Hello and welcome to Moving Iron Podcast. This edition of the Moving Iron Podcast is brought to you by these great sponsors. Axon started out of a passion for keeping agriculture moving. Imagine having 100 years of tire and wheel knowledge in your back pocket the next time you sell a piece of ag equipment. To find more or become an Axon dealer, please visit axontire.com. This podcast is also brought to you by Valley Transportation. Valley Transportation has been hauling ag and construction equipment across the country for the past 33 years. Call Parker at 800-657-4910 or go to valleytransinc.com for all your trucking needs. At Valley Transportation, our goal is to help you reach yours. This podcast is also brought to you by Ag Direct. No matter how you buy your ag equipment, from a dealer, auction, or a private party, Ag Direct can help you finance it. You can even apply online at agdirect.com. Learn more about your financing options at agdirect.com.
Moving iron in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you and me. Moving iron time and time again. Through the years you'll find us here. Moving Iron.
Hello and welcome to Moving Iron Podcast. This edition of the Moving Iron Podcast is brought to you by Valley Transportation. Valley Transportation has been hauling ag and construction equipment across the country for the past 33 years. Call Parker at 800-657-4910 for all your trucking needs. At Valley Transportation, our goal is to help you reach yours. So this is a kind of an ad hoc, quick rally the troops type of podcast here. I read an article this morning and I reached out to the guys at Valley Transportation to get their feedback on what the article was. So the article that I was reading is basically Bank of America is sounding the alarm on a collapsing freight demand. And, you know, in the article they're talking about basically that the freight demand that they're seeing right now is very similar to what they saw back in May of 20, which was the height of the coronavirus shutdowns and all the stuff that went along with that. So I wanted to get the guys that are doing it every day, their opinion of what this says here, because, you know, Brad, when I'm reading through this and I'm looking at this, you know, we look at on the machinery side of it and we're scrambling to find trucks, and you guys are working hard for us to get trucks and those kind of things. But on every article I read, it doesn't mention anything about that side of it. So I guess, Brad, as you kind of look around the overall landscape here, what are your thoughts about this article?
Well, you know, we're starting to see a little bit of the slowdown on our van side.
Okay.
I think the van and reefer side is the one that they're talking about in the article. We haven't seen anything on the open deck side, a specialized side that indicates the slowdown coming yet. So I think that's a ways off, but I know they have been talking that the van and reefer side is showing some slowdown. So
right, okay. So Parker, is it when you're looking at like what Brad's talking about? Are you seeing guys? Is it lack of loads to ship, or is it just chronic delays?
You know, kind of what Brad said too, I think this is mainly the van and reefer division. I read through this article like 3 or 4 times, and I didn't know how I felt about it.
Right.
You know, it was kind of contradicting some of the parts were, and so I kind of went ahead and talked to our van dispatcher, and she kind of did confirm that it is slowing down a little bit on the van side, which, you know, when I first read it, it's completely different than what we're seeing, where we're so slammed and can't find enough trucks, drivers, everything. There's so much freight to ship. But the van side does sound like it might be slowing down some.
Is there an indicator that is it a lack of load stuff, or is it just delays that are slowing down loads being ready to be shipped?
You know, she didn't really confirm that. I don't know if it's just less stuff to be moved. I couldn't really answer that part of it.
Yeah. Brad, have you heard anybody talk about that? Because the reason I'm saying that is with these recent food processing plants that have blown up and caught on fire and are not able to go right now. I mean, I'm sure that's probably feeding some of this that we're seeing right now. There's probably a lot of shipments that are coming in out of that kind of stuff. But I guess, has anyone mentioned to you, like, you know, hey, we've got the potential loads, we just don't have, it's not ready to ship yet?
yeah, I think a lot of it's just that the demand isn't there no more. You know, it's slowing down. The biggest thing is the cost. You know, everybody's they can't afford to ship this stuff for what it's costing today. You know,
Yeah.
We saw it back last time gas and fuel got to $5, I mean, it starts to shut the world down, and I think that's what we're starting to see. So in my eyes, we always see it from the trucking side. It always starts in the van and reefer division, and takes a lot longer to get to us because we just got a lot more, less trucks, and there's a lot of freight out there right now. So
right. Yep.
But it's definitely an economy starting to slow down, caused by too much cost.
Right. Yeah, it is expensive right now to ship stuff across the way. I guess, Brad, as you take a look, have you had any conversations with anyone that you're working with, maybe any associations or stuff like that are showing some signs of this maybe letting up soon, or is this just is just the beginning of a long dark tunnel here?
I haven't had a lot of conversations like that. Just kind of reading articles. The one that you showed me is probably about the third one I've seen in the last week.
Yeah.
So it's starting to show up out there that there's some slowdown coming. So, and I think we got to be expecting it. It definitely is going to be something that's around the corner, I think.
Right. Yeah.
And Lisa, our dispatcher, did mention this time of the year is historically slower for van and reefer freight. And, with the food thing, if you think about it, I mean, school is just about out. That's going to slow a lot of trucks down.
Sure.
All the food that gets shipped to all the schools all over the country and stuff like that. I would imagine, that'd be part of the slowdown period.
Right. Yep. Do you have, on the equipment side, obviously that part's there's still a ton of freight to be moved out there, correct?
Yeah, plenty of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
plenty.
We're bombarded with that.
So do you see there's going to be a transfer of some? I mean, obviously it's a trailerish situation. You can't put a combine in a box truck, but I mean, do you foresee that there could be some switching around these trucks? I guess it comes to available trailers and those kind of things, I guess, as the logistics start to play into that.
That probably you won't see a lot of that just because of the people in those box divisions don't have the capability or the know-how to haul this iron,
Right.
So it doesn't seem like you get a lot of transfer. Those drivers, they've been pulling vans. They're not going to hook onto a combine and move.
Right. Yep, absolutely. So, well, guys, any final thoughts on this topic here before we shut it down? Are you concerned? Are you looking at your long-term forecasts and changing up the stuff through the end of 22 here? Or are you just kind of going to wait and see what happens?
Oh, I would say we're very concerned. I think we're gonna see it slowing down. So I've been watching that pretty close here lately, and you just kind of hope for the best, but stay cautious and stay lean for our side of it, because it once it slows down, the revenues go away. So
right, absolutely. So good stuff. Okay, well, good stuff as usual. Parker, folks want to reach out to you and book some freight. What's the best way to do that?
Yeah, give me a call at 800-657-4910 or shoot me an email at pjohnson@valleytransinc.com.
Right on. And Brad, what's the best way to get a hold of you?
The 800 number, 800-657-4910, or my email, bgraph@valleytransinc.com.
All right, guys. Well, you're my resident trucking expert, so I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to jump on the podcast here.
Not a problem. Have a good day.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Case.
Bye.
Axon Tire is going to have more tips, tricks, and client advice throughout the year and in September at the Moving Iron Summit in Nashville. If you're looking to sign up for the event, please head over to movingironllc.com. We hope to see you there. Valley Transportation has been hauling ag and construction equipment across the country for the past 33 years. Call Parker at 800-657-4910 or go to valleytransinc.com for all of your trucking needs. At Valley Transportation, our goal is to help you reach yours. And no matter how you buy ag equipment from a dealer, auction, or a private party, AgDirect can help you finance it. You can even apply online at agdirect.com. Learn more about your financing options at agdirect.com.
Moving iron in the 21st century. Hard-working people working hard for you and me. Moving iron. this year.